Hi, my name is Martin Buglass from X Solutions. I'm here today to tell you about ScanFlowStore and how easy and intuitive scanning is in today's world. We've got a brief agenda for you to run through today. First of all, we're going to look at the customer needs. Then we're going to look at some of the positioning of ScanFlowStore and how easy we can position it with our customers and with our prospects. We've got some customer scenarios so you're aware of what other people are doing with ScanFlowStore in the market. We're then going to look at some vertical markets, different applications that we can use ScanFlowStore for, look at the value proposition and USPs, unique selling points with ScanFlowStore, look at the competition, working with prospects, and how you can get the most value from a relationship with X Solutions and ScanFlowStore. The multifunction in today's office is more than just the off-ramp. We want to make it more than just the off-ramp. We want to introduce customers how we can make it the on-ramp to their business applications and their network, instead of just printing off invoices, printing off marketing material. We can start feeding this information directly into the customer's applications using the MFD devices. And with ScanFlowStore, we're going to see in this session how easy we can make that. So what's in it for your prospects, for your customers? Big question. You know, they need to buy devices, but what's really in it for them? We're moving to a new era now of solving problems and increasing productivity with those customers. We need to identify those problems first and help those customers identify those problems. And then in turn, we can show them how we're selling them more than just a box that's going to print pages for them or copy pages. We're going to show them how we can make them work more effectively with tools like ScanFlowStore and EIP from Xerox. So what's in it for you? We want to help you sell more devices and make more money. Simple, very simple equation. So we're going to look at positioning ScanFlowStore. Many MFD customers are using their devices already for scanning documents, but how efficiently are they really doing this? They scan to an email, they scan to a folder, and the document's typically named 1234.pdf. We've then got to go in and rename the document and upload the document to its correct destination path, whether that's a network folder, a document management system, or a business application. But we're making it a multi-stage process. With ScanFlowStore, we've got the ability to walk up to the device, to name the document what we want to name it, and upload it to the correct destination first time, every time. So what do customers expect from their MFD? Easy, intuitive scanning with a personalized experience. So if I work in finance, I walk up to the device, I identify myself to the device, and I've only got relevant workflows to finance. I don't need to see the HR workflows. I don't need to see the sales and the operational workflows. I'll leave those for those people in those user groups, and they can walk up and they can have their own personal user experience. We want to be able to create fully text searchable PDF documents, Word documents, Excel documents, without using Adobe Acrobat, which, as we know, is quite an expensive application to deploy to everybody's desktop. By making documents fully text searchable, we can retrieve these documents very easily, whether we're storing them in our Windows folders, SharePoint, DocuShare, the list goes on of document management applications. If scanning is of interest to your prospect, we should be selling the benefits of solutions rather than just telling them, yes, this device, sure we can scan to email, sure we can scan to folder, but so can every other MFD supplier in the market. What we need to do is be able to differentiate with that customer and say, well, yes, Mr. Customer, we can scan to email, we can scan to folder. But what I want to understand is, what do you want to do? I want to help you take you on that journey. I want to take you on that journey. And what I want to be able to do is show you how much more efficiently we can work with you as a business, with your devices. So we're looking at positioning the ScanFlowStore, and we're looking at our Xerox MFP devices being powered by ScanFlowStore. So what is it? It's just a very easy and efficient scanning and digital archiving accessory. That's it. It's simple. Why is it important? It's important to your customers because it makes scanning and archiving simple. We've already spoken about the different scenarios of scanning documents and the multi-stage process of getting it to its correct destination with its correct file name. We want to make it as easy as possible for our customers so we can go back and get some repeat business from them in the future. What problems does it solve? Well, it takes away this pain of renaming the documents. If I walk up to the device to scan a document, it scans my email address. I might have a colleague who needs to see that document importantly. If on the way to the device or on the way back from the device I get called into a meeting, as I often do, the person that's waiting on that document is still waiting for me to finish the business process off. So we want to automate business processes. We can do that very easily with ScanFlowStore. A good example of that is scanning proof of delivery notes. Many organisations are delivering goods which they've already sold on, and what we need to be able to do is to show them how we can automate a process for them. And in automating that process, all we need to do is print the proof of delivery note before we give it to the driver. We can put a barcode on that document, and as soon as the driver returns to the depot after delivering the goods, we just place the document on an MFD, hit the green button, and the document, that proof of delivery note, which is an important document to the finance department, is scanned, automatically indexed, and placed in a folder structure where the finance department can get to it. So when the finance department needs to call the business for payment of goods received, they've got a very fast and easy way of actually checking with the warehouse and the distribution department how many goods were delivered, who signed for it, what time they signed for it. This is evidence in getting your invoices paid on time. And being able to retrieve this information quickly and easily allows us to interact with the client and say, sure, we've got the proof of delivery note. Would you like me to email it, fax it? I can send it in the post, but we have a copy of that here for you. So what problems does it solve? It automates and simplifies many manual business processes. Those manual business processes might involve proof of delivery notes, which is an important payment mechanism for us in getting our invoices paid. A proof of delivery note with a barcode printed on it can be signed for when the goods are delivered. When we return to the warehouse, the document will be scanned and automatically indexed and uploaded to the finance system, demonstrating that those goods have been delivered and received by the customer. When the finance department then phone up for receipt of payment, they can demonstrate with authentication to the client that the goods were received and signed for and the bill is now outstanding. So it's nice and simple, and it can be used in many different applications similar to that. So a little bit about ScanFlowStore. ScanFlowStore, most importantly, will only ever work with Xerox devices. And the great news is we're the greatest solution on EIP for Xerox as well. We look the closest to the box, we look the closest to Xerox, and it's just a very nice, easy application to use. And that's what we want to demonstrate, easy, intuitive scanning. And we're going to see that a little bit later with some demonstrations. We've got some screenshots, and we've got a live demo for you as well. We're a worldwide strategic partner with Xerox, which we're very proud of. As a company based out of Holland, we're very proud of the fact that we've got offices in North America now supporting Xerox directly. And we've sold thousands of copies of ScanFlowStore to businesses worldwide, and they're all using ScanFlowStore successfully every single day. And we've been selling this software since 2002, so we know what we're doing in this market space. We want to solve problems, increase productivity with your customers, and help you sell more devices and help Xerox. So we're going to have a look at ScanFlowStore in 3 simple steps and see the final result. That's all we need to show the customer. We want to tell them simplicity. We want to simplify their business processes and make their everyday working practices easier. So the first thing we do, we walk up to the device. We select the ScanFlowStore icon from the device. Upon selecting that icon, you can see we've got a great display, ScanFlowStore, highlight it. It's then going to take you into your templates. And in those templates, it's going to ask you, do you want to scan an invoice? Do you want to scan a purchase order? Is it one of those proof delivery notes? And we're actually interacting with the device, telling it the document type that we wish to scan. Upon selecting the document type, if it's an invoice, for example, we can then interact with the device, which is interacting with our back-end business applications, like Sage, like SAP, like Oracle, our financing system, or our Windows folder structures in defining, okay, who's relevant to this document? Is this document from one of my suppliers invoicing me? If so, I can look into the accounting system and see my supplier was Xerox, or that my supplier was company X or company Y. I can select that company from my device display, interacting directly with my business applications, and have that attached as metadata to the document. I can then personalize the experience even more. I might want to put an invoice number on there, and I can put the invoice on there so I can further identify the document as a document from that supplier with this invoice number. So we can browse through the Windows folders, identifying the organizations that we work with, select the company that we work with, and then you can see it's replicated exactly the same as our Windows folder structure. So if we add new folders to the Windows folder structure, they're updated automatically on the EIP device. We can then key the invoice number manually on the full-size keyboard you can see on screen there. Press the green button, the user experience is complete. And that's all we want to demonstrate. If I'm demonstrating to customers, I want it to be a 2 or 3 minute demonstration. I don't want to show them how complex scanning is. I want to show them how easy and intuitive scanning can be. The document is selected in the right location, whether that's a Windows folder or a document management system. And this is a really important key part. It's fully text searchable. It's not an image with a name. We can now search for, if I get an invoice through with a value of £12,000, I can search for purchase orders for £12,000, or, I can make it a lot easier. You know how easy it is yourself to search for a document. If you created it in Word, you can just look for a keyword and find it very easily. We can now do that, scanning your documents and having them delivered to final destinations. We can also personalize the experience with ScanFlowStore and your Xerox ERP devices a lot more. And we can authenticate users. Many organizations are using swipe cards for access to buildings, rooms, identifying themselves at their MFD. They can do that as well. As soon as they identify themselves at the MFD, we know exactly who that person is. We work very closely with Active Directory and other applications in identifying users. So if you want to scan a document to your personal destinations, it will display those to you. If you want to scan a document and have it emailed to somebody external or internal, the email is going to be from martin.buglass@scanflowstore.com, because that device knows who I am. So we're truly personalizing the experience. So we've got single sign-on, gives the user a personal experience for their efficient scanning on a Xerox MFD. Single sign-on with companies like Exeter, Safecom, etc., is usually a personalized print experience. We want to change the paradigm and change that into a personalized scanning experience. So you're not looking through reams of workflows. You're looking for a personal experience to yourself and your job that you do, making you work more efficiently. Let's see how easy it really is and have a live demonstration on one of the devices. Okay, we've seen how simple ScanFlowStore can be. Let's have a look at it now in a real life situation. I'm sat on my desktop. I've received a number of invoices today from my various suppliers. And if I just have a look at my invoices folder, I've got a number of suppliers that I work with actively. So I'm going to scan some invoices to my existing suppliers. And for that, we're going to walk over towards the MFP. So we're at the device. We're going to scan our invoices in. The first invoice I'm going to scan in. I place it on the hopper, ready. and I select ScanFlowStore from the interface. When ScanFlowStore presents itself on the ERP interface, there's actually a new customer invoice that I'm working with today. So I highlight new customer invoice. If it was an existing customer of mine, I just go into invoices, and from this interface, I can actually browse through and see all the suppliers that I currently work with. As I don't already have this supplier, I'm going to cancel out and go into a brand new customer invoice, and we're going to automatically create the folder, fully index the document, and then place the document in there as well. So it's asking me first of all for the company name. For the company name, I can just highlight it and I get a full soft QWERTY keyboard that's very easy to use, as you'll see in the demonstration. So this particular supplier is Exeter University, and as you can see, it's a very intuitive, easy to use keyboard. I can hit the done button. What's going to happen now is automatically going to create that folder for me in my invoices structure, and then it's just asking me for my invoice number. For the invoice number, I can either use this keyboard or I can use the QWERTY keyboard on screen. Once I hit the done button, I've got the company name Exeter University, and I've got the invoice number, which I'm using to name the document as the invoice number. I hit either the start button on the screen or the big green button to start the scan. It's going to start the scan now. It's capturing the document. It's asking if I want to use that same metadata again. Not on this occasion. And I can just cancel out of that, and then I can go back to my desk and we can find the document waiting in the folder. Okay, we've scanned our invoice at the multifunction device, and we didn't have a folder that was created for Exeter University. We created a new folder at the device for that particular supplier, and here it is in our invoices folder. If I double click, I've got the PDF document attached here waiting for me. It's got the correct index information that I gave at the device. If I double click, I've got it on screen before me. If I wanted to search for a particular word or phrase in a document, I can type in the search dialog exactly what I'm looking for. It might be a 30, 40 page document. I can hit the search button and it highlights it for me automatically within the document, so I can always find what I'm looking for. And that's how simple ScanFlowStore can be. So what we're able to do with ScanFlowStore is not only scan to your Windows folder structure, but we can scan to your business applications as well. It doesn't matter what those applications are. We can integrate very easily with those applications. Whether it's document management system, like DocuShare from Xerox, whether it's SharePoint from Microsoft, whether it's Hummingbird, OpenText, Interwoven, the list goes on of enterprise document management systems. But we can also integrate with solutions like Sage, SuperOffice, many different applications. Best thing to do, either have a look at our website, scanflowstore.com, and have a look at the current integrations, or call me personally, and I'll let you know exactly what we interact with. So we've got a little bit of a visual there. What do these verticals have in common? We've got finance, we've got government, we've got hotels, healthcare, education, and legal. What do all of these organisations and businesses, vertical markets have in common? They all face the issue of inefficient scanning of their documents or inefficient processes with paper in their businesses. For many years now, I've walked into businesses and I've seen filing cabinets. As soon as I see a filing cabinet, I think opportunity. Opportunity. These people have obviously got inefficient document processes. They've got to take their paper documents and have them filed manually or filed in the wrong place manually in document repositories that are very hard to search. If I sent anybody to a filing cabinet to find a document, not quite sure which category I put it in, you know, a filing cabinet holds the equivalent of about 10,000 pages, A4 pages. The equivalent of that is data storage is about 1 gigabyte. I can search in a folder in my desktop folder structure very quickly and easy for any word on the document and find it in about 10 seconds. If you try to do that in a filing cabinet, I'd say good luck. You'll be there for 20 minutes, half an hour. You guess, you tell me. So where can you sell ScanFlowStore? Well, from that diagram, everywhere. Everybody uses pieces of paper and they're all being pretty inefficient. They need your help to help them demonstrate how efficient they can become. So ScanFlowStore do have customers in a variety of vertical markets. And what we want to do is demonstrate how they store, collaborate and retrieve paper documents in their organisation. We highlight that as a pain point to them. They understand it. Currently, today, many customers don't even recognise it as a pain point. They just think that's the way we have to do business. But you can help open their eyes and demonstrate there is a more efficient way of working. And we're going to show you how for the rest of the presentation. Finance-related documents. There's a lot of legislation around the way that we deal with finance-related documents, and they're typically handled and filed manually and passed around the organisation many times. We need to show them that we can do that more efficiently. Scan the document, have it fed into a business application or even into a folder, and then allow other users in the business to collaborate on that document to make it work more efficiently within their business. We mentioned proof delivery notes earlier. You know, this has been a great help to many organisations, and particularly in the finance departments. Thousands of companies are already using ScanFlowStore every day, and how each company uses ScanFlowStore differs dramatically. You can have organisations who may be scanning CVs in employment agencies, and they're scanning all these paper documents and make it very easy to retrieve documents. So if they're looking for somebody who's got skills as being a cameraman, for example, I can do a search for a cameraman and I can retrieve any documents relevant to any person being a cameraman. We've just mentioned the power of OCR, optical character recognition, and being able to take a document, read all of the words and the vocabulary upon it, and make that fully indexable and searchable. Some organisations are using this technology to great benefit already, but then there's other organisations that are pushing the boundary a little bit further, and they may even be using barcodes. Barcodes are used in every supermarket that we visit today. They scan a can of baked beans, 57p. It's all contained in that barcode. Many organisations, hospitals, many delivery organisations are already using barcodes, but you can tell them how we can get the MFD, the Xerox MFD, to work with barcodes to automate many of their business processes. If we can have those barcodes applied to documents, there's no human intervention in scanning that document and have it stored in the correct location. So, where can we sell ScanFlowStore? I've got a few customer scenarios for you. Very recently, we worked with a concessionaire in the UK who were working with a legal practice, and that legal practice had a number of offices, and they'd already identified that they had inefficient document processes. And what they were actually looking to do was to be able to scan all the documents, have them stored in a document management system, but they wasn't sure which document management system they wanted. But rather than wait until they'd done all the research into document management systems, they chose to actually buy an application that could scan a document into any document management application. At the moment, they're scanning their documents into their Windows folders, which they use every day. And in the background, they're doing more research into document management systems that will work for their business. But as with many organisations, the technology changes after 2 or 3 years, 5 years or 10 years. This organisation actually wanted to work with a solution that could capture their documents, convert them into a text searchable format, and upload them to any destination, any business application. So that gave them a lot of flexibility. They've got a good platform for capturing their documents, and it doesn't matter which direction they're going next, they know they can upload their documents into the correct destination. We've had other customers that are looking at scanning documents and they want to automate their invoicing process, for example, and they don't want to stand at the device entering too much data, today's date, the company name, etc., etc. So what a lot of them are doing are automating many of those processes. They might highlight the company, the invoice number that was on the document, but then ScanFlowStore can work with your business application, whether that's the Windows folder or, as I said before, your business application. We can automatically create folders, data based upon machine information. Today's date, for example, I can use today's date to create a folder. And every invoice that I scan into that folder could be numbered sequentially. So I could just feed all my invoices in, have them separated, and have new PDF documents made for every invoice, put it into a folder with today's date, making it very easy to search and retrieve those documents. You don't necessarily have to fully index those documents because we can right-click, we can search in that folder, and we can find the document based upon the content, rather than just looking at the title of the documents. There's many different scenarios and many case studies available on our website, ScanFlowStore.com, but I need your help as well. I need to find out about more customer scenarios. We need to spread the message. This is still, early adopter technology, and we're moving into the mainstream now. We need to be able to let your customers and prospects know this is how your competition are working more effectively, more efficiently. I need your help in sharing that news, so your case studies, greatly appreciated. So we've got some value propositions at X Solutions, and that's particularly with ScanFlowStore. We want to see a revenue stream for yourselves, and we want to show you that ScanFlowStore is the best solution on EIP. It's the most cost-effective solution, and it adds real value to your businesses and your prospects that you're working with. We've got very competitive pricing models. We've got incentives for salespeople. We can incentivize your salespeople to sell our product and give them Apple iPhones, Nintendo Wiis. We want to make it exciting to work with X Solutions and sell ScanFlowStore. We want to offer rebates as well to the organisations that are doing the best in selling the most ScanFlowStore. We want to provide revenue streams to yourselves as well, being able to provide first and second line support, supporting your customers. They're not my customers, they're your customers. We want you to develop the relationship with your customers and support them. And this will open up an ongoing revenue stream for yourself. Your customers will be asking, great, we got it to work in the finance department. How can we get it to work in our operations department? Or how can we get it to work in our HR department or our sales department? That's an opportunity for you guys to go in and consult. Consulting, money. We want to give you annuity revenue. We want to give you an annualized revenue stream just from supporting our product or just being able to support our product going forward. We want to give you revenue streams by going out and installing the software and this consulting stream that I mentioned earlier. As part of our value proposition as well, we have to mention ScanFlowStore. We're on version 6 of the product now, and I'm very excited about version 6. With version 6, we've got some great new features that you'll see in some of the demonstrations where we can actually browse folders. We can browse from that interface directly into your Windows folder or into your business application. We've got barcode modules, as I mentioned earlier. We've got CRM, content relationship. We've got CRM, customer relationship management applications that we integrate into. ERP, enterprise resource planning applications, we integrate directly into those. We're building a homogenized IT environment, where it's fully integrated and everything works together rather than having islands of data. Currently, we've got islands of data with our electronic documents and our paper documents. We want to streamline all those processes and make them a single process and make your customers work more efficiently. One of the other great Features with the product ScanFlowStore is you can download a 60-day trial free of charge. Free of charge. Give to your customers. Just ask your customers, hey, you were interested in scanning, have a look at this application. You know, it's going to show you how you can scan more efficiently, a more user-friendly experience. 60-day trials. Give the product to your customer for 60 days and let's follow up and let's introduce them to further benefits for ScanFlowStore. We believe we've got a number of value propositions around the skills and the skills that we can deliver to you as our business partners in sales. You can invite ScanFlowStore sales professionals from the organisation into your sales meetings. We'll get your sales professionals skilled up so they can deliver the content and deliver solutions to their customers. We've run regular training courses for your analysts. We want to give your analysts the confidence that they can deliver our product, install it, support it, and demonstrate it correctly. We want to be able to provide you with all the tools. We've got demonstration scripts, we've got sales information guides, sales presentations. We've got explanations of all of the features within our solutions. We've got comparisons on various devices and how we work with those devices. And we've got a sales information card, which we're constantly updating with the right questions that your guys should be asking and you should be asking to your prospects to get them interested in these solutions. And then we come on to support, my favourite subject. Not only technical support, but commercial support. The marketing materials that are available to you all, including this video, is available from ScanFlowStore.com. You can download brochures. Brochures on our products, brochures on our integrations with third-party applications. You can download movies now. We've got little 4 or 5 minute movies that you can download either from our website or have a look on YouTube. You can download these movies and see how ScanFlowStore integrates into DocuShare or OpenText or your Windows folder structure. These are all downloadable. You can show these to a client, you can send them the URL link and a client gets a very quick 4-minute window into how that device is going to make them work more efficiently with ScanFlowStore. We've got mailing pieces we want to make available to you. We've got PowerPoint presentations, test demonstration documents, and the website is a great resource. We're just about to release web packs where we can actually deliver content that you can host on your website. So you can host the movies on your website. You can host brochures on your website. And we want to be able to push the message out as positively as possible to all of our partners. Continuing the value proposition, we support all Xerox devices. If that device is scan enabled, we'll support it. And that includes all the new EIP devices as well. We see those EIP devices before a lot of Xerox employees. We need to ensure that our software works with those devices so you can go out and sell the devices straight away and have the confidence that it will work with ScanFlowStore. So finishing off that value proposition, we've got brochures that you can give to your customers. We've got videos to show your customers and to help you, take the message on board. And we've got supported sales tools. Find all these on our website. We're going to look at some of the available output formats from ScanFlowStore as well. This is particularly important to a number of different industries. We've all known about converting to PDF documents, converting to PDF text searchable documents. But now we've got the ability to scan document, to scan a piece of paper and have it converted into a fully text searchable Word document, for example. So if you were to lose an electronic version of a document, but you still had the paper document, it might be a health and safety manual, a 300-page health and safety manual. We can scan that document in and have it converted to a Word format document where you can start editing and repurposing that document. We're finding the legal profession is particularly important with them, where they need to actually, rework certain document types. Very important. We convert to Excel formats as well. Converting to an Excel format will maintain all the column integrity, all the row integrity, and we'll work on the formulas later. But we can convert to a variety of formats, as you can see, JPEGs, multi-page TIFFs. It's just a very flexible solution. So some of the unique selling points of ScanFlowStore, we spoke earlier about the personalized template experience. You identify yourself to the device knows what you want to do or what you're able to do. We've got interactive communication, bi-directional communication with your database. So if somebody adds a new customer folder to Windows folder structure and invoices, for example, when you go up to the device, that customer folder is already showing there. Live bi-directional communication. We've got intelligent filing. Mentioned this as well earlier. We're able to actually create folders based upon the metadata. We've got some predefined workflows. Each user can use their own predefined templates. Linked in earlier with personalized templates. We've got multiple output formats. Somebody might want a copy of a document in PDF. Somebody might want it in Word. We're able to convert documents into a variety of formats. We've got barcode recognition. Barcode recognition is a very powerful tool, whether you're using it as a job separator to separate invoices with barcode separation sheet, or whether you're using it to actually identify documents and index them correctly. We've got a number of advantages of ScanFlowStore, and these advantages are not only to a select group of users, administrators, or executives in the business. For the users, first of all, we've got an intuitive scanning experience. It's very easy for them to use. We can scan to their private workspaces on their emails. We use Active Directory to identify that username when they enter their password. And we've got no desktop software. For the IT department, that's fantastic. And if we go on to the IT department and the administrators, they've got centralized MFD management, where they can actually centralize all of their administration of the software. They can create one workflow from one location for all MFPs, whether those MFPs are on a wide area network, in distributed office throughout the UK, or even throughout Europe, or even in the same building with multiple devices. We can define those MFPs into groups. So this is the finance group and they need these rules available to them. And again, for the IT department, back to the new desktop software. Very important for these guys. They want a zero footprint, on the customer's site. Very easy to use, very easy for them to configure as well. For the IT, the administrators, it's a dream. We then come on to the executives in the business. And each one of these groups of users, from the users, administrators, executives, they've all got their own gain from investing in technology like this. But for the executives particularly, they want a very fast return on investment. And that's what technology is about. We're talking about making users work more efficiently. So there needs to be a return on investment. Whether that return on investment is filing cabinet space that we don't require anymore, or whether it's actually my users having to retrieve documents and taking them maybe 20, 30 minutes to retrieve a document, when we can do it in 30 seconds. So there's no time lost with searching for documents in your organization. You can find them very quickly from your desktop. There's no office space lost on big filing cabinets and archives. We can use that space more efficiently. Many organizations are growing. When they grow, they need more space for more people. If we can use that space more efficiently and put people in that space rather than filing cabinets, we've changed that paradigm. And we've got full control over our paper workflow. And we've taken our paper workflow and seamlessly integrated it into our electronic workflow, which we're all working with now. How many people use a diary? Not many, maybe. How many people are using Outlook? Everybody. So we're moving more into an electronic way of working. So the summary of ScanFlowStore as a product, It converts documents into any usable format directly from your AFP. We combine the best OCR technology and compression technology. We can scan documents into any business application. Integrate paper documents with your current electronic workflows, and it fits in every organisation and every vertical. If they're using paper, we can help them. So as an offering with ScanFlowStore, this is a tool for you guys to help you sell more devices. Customers are actually looking at this proposition now and saying, okay, our devices last year cost us X. What we need to do now is shave 10% off that and go back and get a better deal. We need to increase the value of our proposition. And the way we increase the value of our proposition is by showing them we can do more with our devices. We can make them work more efficiently. Tie your customer into Xerox. When your customer comes to refresh their fleet of devices, if you've sold them ScanFlowStore and they're using it and they're working efficiently with it in their business, they come to renew their devices. The first question is, it's got to work with ScanFlowStore. ScanFlowStore will only ever work with Xerox devices in the way that we've seen today. And we want to get to those problems that keeps your customer awake at night. And that's not the cost of a copy. That's how he can make his business work more effectively and more efficiently. So we need to solve your customers' problems, the ones that they're really concerned about, not just the ones that we're aware about, the cost of printed paper, but some of the things that they've identified to make them work more efficiently as a business. Okay, so we've learned about ScanFlowStore. Now it's down to you guys and girls to go out there and speak about with your customers. You can contact me, martin.buglass@scanflowstore.com. You can phone me, email me, go onto our website, look at all the great tools that are available for you already. Downloading little movies, send a URL link to your client and say, have a look at this. What's your opinion? Ask your customer's opinion. Don't make a decision based upon what you think. Ask your customers. Ask each and every one of them, hey guys, what do you think about this? Show them a little 3-minute movie. Get their feedback. See what they think about it. They might be telling you, this is great. Why didn't you show this to me before? Contact me, give me a call, let me come to your sales meeting, let's deliver some analyst training, let's sell lots of devices, let's make lots of money. Simple. Thank you very much.